Thank you for starting the recording. I still don't see the mute, everybody.
Remove participant, share screen, hide profile. I don't see it either. Brett, do you know where it is?
Um,
Under
eh,
more, maybe?
Everybody's muted anyway. I'll mute myself.
Okay. Let's just mute ourselves.
That sounds
Hi,
like
I'm
a
an
good
alcoholic, and my
idea.
name is Brian.
Hi, Brian.
And I'm your chair for today's technology sharing session. Please unmute if you'd like to and join me in the AA responsibility statement. Now you may unmute. I am
I am
responsible
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 when
when
anyone
anyone
anywhere
anyone,
reaches out for
anywhere
help. I
reaches
help.
want
out
the
for
hand of
I want
AA
to
always to be
AA
there.
always to
And
be
for
there.
that,
And
I
for
am
for
that,
that.
responsible.
I
I'm
am
responsible.
responsible.
Mute. First thing, maybe it's a hand gesture now or something. I don't know. First things first, we are about to begin recording, which I think it's already started the session to allow people who can't make it to live to still learn along with us. All audio will be recorded along with only the video of our presenters' screen shares. Video of our presenters and participants will not be included. So if your Zoom name includes your last name, please rename yourself. That's a contradiction, I think, to only include your last name. And please do not say any last names out loud. Our anonymity will then be sufficiently protected without Brett having to do a lot of extra work in post-production. uh, Welcome to our May 2025 AA Technology Sharing Session. The idea for these sharing sessions came about during the 2023 National AA Technology Workshop. There was a common feeling that our community of technology trusted servants needed more frequent opportunities to get together and share our experience than just once a year. These monthly share sessions attempt to meet that need. The sessions are on the last Tuesday of each month at 7 p.m. Eastern. I think there might be an update to that schedule. 4 p.m. Pacific time. The one exception is that our upcoming December session will be December 16th. I'm going to stop reading that because I believe that there's some updates to this. The topic of today's session is WordPress plugin review. After the presentations, we will have about 30 minutes for questions and sharing. So if you listen to the presentations, please write down and make a note of any questions or comments that come to mind so that you won't forget them during the discussion part. We'll finish at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. These sharing sessions and the format are an experiment. So please provide your feedback at the end through the survey link that will be put in the chat. For these sharing sessions to evolve into a long-term sustainable service project, we need your help. Um, Let me see. Am I pasting these? Here we go. Please consider signing up to chair a technology sharing session. This will involve picking a topic and arranging the presenters, although we can help with that a little bit as well. The steering committee will gladly help you with that if it's needed. And you'll also do what I'm doing now, read the format and facilitate the session itself. While you're welcome to sign up to chair a month as an individual, feel free to also take it on as an area or a group of trusted servants. If you're available to chair a session, or are interested in sharing and serving on our steering committee, please reach out to techsharing.sessions@gmail.com. We would also appreciate any contributions to help with the virtual Zoom and storage expenses through our home group online treasury account. There's a link provided. Homegroup.online is where our treasury is kept. That's where we facilitate our seventh tradition contributions. There may be links and other information put in the chat throughout the session so that you don't have to worry about trying to collect all of the links and items that are posted. Like, we'll post them in the chat. There'll also be a document at the end that will have them all. So you don't have to spend all your time collecting the little tidbits of information that gets posted. You'll have it all available. As a matter of fact, this is where you'll find it. Lastly, please consider these sharing sessions as a learning group. Very few of us here are experts in technology. We're just AA members that have made ourselves available to help with our local service entities. And because of that, we now have some experience to share. So with that in mind, let's get to today's topics. Our presenters today are Brett and Leslie, and they're here going to talk about, and this is a recap and a second edition of WordPress plugins. We covered a lot of plugins last year. Some of this is a repeat, some of this is new information, but Brett and Leslie are going to share their experience on using various WordPress plugins. Who's up first?
Go ahead, Leslie. I'll wrap it up with the short one I have. I don't have a lot, but I have some things that I'd like to share anyways. Go ahead, Leslie.
Okay. We got a real small group tonight, so I just wanted this to be real casual. I want to ask, since I'm going to ask some questions here before I go. Does anybody who's does their websites for? Okay. And do you use WordPress? Do you use WordPress straight out, or do you use Elementor? You can unmute.
The look on their faces tells me they don't know what
Or
Elementor
any
is.
type of builder.
That's correct. I have no idea what Elementor is.
It's a builder.
Barbara Alcoholic here. I haven't built our website or do anything extra. I just post flyers and I post to the calendar. So
Okay.
anyway, we
Well,
have someone else who does that.
Elementor is really cool. I think it's one of the best plugins where we will be able to pass along the spirit rotation to somebody could really learn how to update the website and maintain it without a lot of technical skills. So I'm going to share my screen and show you a little bit about Elementor. It has been a lifesaver for me. It's what I use to design our website. You don't have to know code. It's fantastic. So I'm going to share here. Hold on a second.
Since we're casual,
Yeah.
just some examples of builders that are used. Divi, I think Brian said he's used Divi. Beaver Builder is another one. There's like 7 builders which Elementor is part of, and I'll leave it at that. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, to correct it's one of several builders.
Yes, one of
And
seven.
by the way, when we're saying builders, we're talking about plugins that make editing WordPress websites more WYSIWYG. Just a little bit easier to do.
Yes. So can everybody see my screen? I just bought a brand new monitor, so I don't know
It's a beauty.
what it looks like from your end. So you can see this, right? This is WordPress. It looks familiar, right? And this is the plugin. It costs $59 a year. It's well worth the money. And this is where I go to edit my. Go ahead, Brett. What's the question?
Not a question, just there is a free version. I just wanted to
Oh,
mention.
yes. Yes, there is. There's a free version. Why did it raise my hand? Anyway, so there is a free version, but you don't get all the bells and whistles. And we wanted all the bells and whistles. So if I would to create a page, let's say I'm just starting out, I'm new here, and I want to create a new page. This is where we go, right? So I want to create a new page, and it will give me the option. This is once you install the plugin, this is what WordPress looks like. We can add the page here and it'll build the slug, but we can edit this with Elementor right off the bat. And it will take you, you can name the page. So you would probably just name the page whatever you want. Like, let's say you wanted AA near you. So, and it's right here. So here's all your widgets and things. You can just take a heading. Well, first of all, you would add, you build your menus, of course, first. And I think, most of us here pretty much know how to do that. It's a little more complicated, but you can, so let's say we want two. We want a design layout that is 2 columns. So we can add that. And you'll see up here that it's got 2 blocks. And we can go back to the plus sign. And we can add text, image, a video, a button, dividers. This is what Pro gives you. It gives you carousel. It's all kinds of fun stuff you can work with. It gives you Google at the bottom, your events calendar. It works with all of it. So let's just say I want to add a heading. So I would go over and I would drag and drop that. And from here, you can do your style and you add what kind of text you want. Then you add, you can do the size this way. And it gives you a great option. You can view it in your computer screen, a tablet, or I think this is called preview, or your phone. So I'm going to go back to one of my pages so you can see. I'm going to go back to WordPress. Tell me if I'm going too fast, you guys. So I'm going to just go to one of my pages so you can see it in action. And you'll notice on each one of the pages that I built, it now has Edit with Elementor, which before we added the plugin, this wouldn't be here. So let's say I want to add this page I just worked on today. So let's go here. So I can edit with Elementor. And you see here, I added 3 blocks. You have all kinds of options. It's just, I added a graphic here, and you can move it all around any way you want, which doesn't require code. So, and you can add links. So if you would add a text, it's a text editor over here. So I would highlight this, link it. Where's link? There it is. See it right there? Can you guys all see this? And you would add your link. And so you can also adjust your link to however, what font you want in your settings of your overall page. You can add magnifying options. This I just came across today, which I think is pretty darn cool. And that's in advanced, transform, and transform offset. And you can, no, not offset, scale. And you can scale it. See, you can make it as big as you want on hover or on the page. It does all kinds of cool stuff. So let's say I want to make this, let me put this back to 0. No. I want to make it there. So I want to make it bigger on hover, right? So I go to hover. This is what happens when, I have a cardinal singing. Did you hear him? So, no, you didn't hear my cardinal? Okay. So if I want to offset when I'm hovering, no, it's not offset, it's scale. So I make it bigger like this. And so when I hover, it goes big. So I'm gonna turn it off. Let's see,
Nice.
what else does it do? This is the home page. Oh, I can't go there.
You're in edit view.
Yeah, I have to go back to WordPress.
Don't save.
And all pages. So I mean, that's pretty much it, you guys. It's just so easy to work with. And here we have, let's see. Let's go to the home page. Home, edit with Elementor. So here's our website. You can add buttons. I can just take and drag and drop a button here, and then I can add a new button, rename it over here, put a link to it. Does anybody have any questions? I mean, if you're pretty much into websites, makes it so easy.
I have a question.
Okay,
Well,
go.
you know what? We'll do questions and answers later. All right.
Okay. All right. Here we had to do some adjustments on the margins to get this over the picture. And this is how you move this and up and down. See?
You're adjusting the margin there,
Yep.
the top margin.
Yep. You can see there's several here to make it overlay the photo. And there's they're blocks here. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's all I have as far as Elementor.
Pro tip.
Huh?
Here's a pro tip. And maybe stay there because maybe you could show how to do this while you're there. So sometimes WordPress or any kind of website development can get confusing between the spaces in between things. And so what I'll often do is turn on a border of an element so that when I'm adjusting either the margin or the padding, I can actually see the effect of the content versus the border because one puts space outside of the border and one puts space inside of the border. I believe it's margin that puts space inside the border and padding puts space outside of the border. But I get that confused all of the time. And so sometimes I'm working on an element, I'll put a border around it just so that I can see which one is having which effect.
So I did
And
that
then,
today.
and
Let
then
me
of course,
go.
turn the border off when I'm done.
Yes. So let's go back to this page here. I did this here. And advanced. And there you have your padding.
Mhm.
See, I made a border and
Yeah, you did have a border on that
there's
one.
border down here. You can add your border size.
Mm-hmm.
So why I did this design is because it looks so much better on the phone
Right.
as opposed to being left justified. It's center. So it looks, and I put the border around it because one of my, see, there's this, I gotta fix this photo here. You can see that's all out of whack. So let's do that now. And I want to do that with this.
While Leslie's doing that, I'll point out that when you're editing in the mobile view, when you're actually changing the website for the mobile view.
Only.
Right.
Only,
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
So these edits don't transfer to the tablet view or the desktop view. So when you're changing each one, they stay with that one. That's really a useful feature of Elementor and other builders that have the ability to do that.
Yeah. So, it looked this looked great on the computer or the desktop screen, but as you can see, we went to the page here and it was all smushed.
That's good.
So we adjusted that and now that looks good. But in answering to your question about the border, here I added well, you can see it on the big one too here. I added a padding of 25. So it looks better. It just looks more visually.
Barbara had a question, I think.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Do you use this to build your website or build a page on the website, or is it just for editing?
You build a website. You
Cool. Okay.
Yeah,
you can
instead of
go ahead,
using
Bob.
the WordPress editor, we use a plugin editor. It is a plugin, but it's a builder plugin.
Okay. Thanks.
A lot of people find the Gutenberg system that WordPress uses by default difficult to work with. Um, and then as WordPress transitioned to the block editor, uh, there were a lot of inconsistencies with how it worked. It was just easier to stick with your builder plugin.
And you can add CSS code too. Would you show them that you can add that down at the bottom if you know
It's that in
a
advanced.
style sheet?
I don't know what
There's
you mean, dear.
multiple places that you can add CSS code too.
Well, you can
That's where
put
I
it
run into trouble.
right inside of Elementor. If you go to advanced or style, go over to style. I can't see it. It might be under advanced.
Yeah, I think it's under advanced.
Yeah, there it is. Custom CSS.
Yeah, down the very bottom,
Down at the
custom
bottom.
CSS.
Yeah, you can add your own code if you want, if you know it. So HTML, whatever, style sheet.
Yeah, mask, you can put something over. See what that does? That's kind of a cool graphic. You can make it anything you want. Let's make it a flower. Or you can turn it off. So I have a gas with this. This is really relaxing for me and I just so enjoy it. Thank you to AA that gave me the ability to learn something, and grow with it and be of service to my fellowship, our fellowship. So is there any more questions? It's pretty much self-explanatory and I am available if anybody has any questions or wants to learn WordPress or not WordPress, Elementor, I'm available. The other plugin I wanted to talk about, do you guys all have events calendars?
Yep.
What do you use for that?
I use the events calendar.
Yeah, that's my job.
It's literally called the events calendar. That's the one I
events
use.
calendar, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's what I use too.
It's simple. It exports well into iOS and Android if you have it. So
We use I don't think we use the events calendar, do we, Brett?
Yeah, the Pro.
Okay. Yeah. There's another one too that AA uses often. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, that's all I have.
Show
Guys.
the events just to see if that's the same one that they're using.
The list, when I go to the dashboard, the list down the left-hand side here where it says events, that's just straight WordPress, correct? Or is that more? Because that's what I use, and I go into events and add an event and then
Yeah.
add the
No,
media.
that's an events calendar plugin.
Yeah.
One of the
Oh,
things that
it's okay.
one of the things that I would like to learn more about, and I know I'm a presenter, but again, this is a learning group, and we're here
Right.
to teach each other, is that there was a were categories. Like I would like to be able to, but my um theme is keeping me from doing that. There's something built in the theme that I use that is keeping me from using categories. So I have a lot to learn still on the events calendar, but it's just, this is what it looks like. Just basic.
Oh, ours doesn't look like that at all.
Well, switch it. Yeah.
Ours is just a calendar that we go from month to month and then we click into different dates.
So we don't have, so you just have the basic calendar setup that looks like a month map.
Right.
Yeah, we eliminated that from ours because we couldn't get enough. We have so many events on a day,
Yeah.
couldn't get it in. So we found that the photo view works the best for us.
All
That's
right.
nice.
So you just go to a certain date or a certain period, like the month of August.
Yep. So you
Okay.
can from today to August 20th. And you can set that date in your default of how long you want it to go. I set it for 30 days, so you go all the way down to 30 days.
Does it
What
allow
if, hmm,
folks to subscribe to the calendar?
Yeah, right at the
Yes.
bottom.
oh, I see.
Yeah, there. Okay, good deal.
And you can subscribe to
Oh,
all
right.
these.
You can get a Google Calendar link. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How does somebody go months ahead? Like we have a banquet coming up in November.
You just
So you could either do search here,
Uh-huh.
by search, like whatever your name
Yeah.
of the event is, or you go to the month.
That's typical. Yeah.
There's
Okay.
left and right arrows there next to the today button as well. So left of the today button.
Do
So
you
you
have to
go
have the pro
October
version
1st.
to have the icons?
Pardon me?
Do you have to have the pro version to have the icons for each event? Do you know?
I believe so.
Okay. We use like all free everything, so.
So this view has all the flyers for October through December 25.
yes.
You just cursor down. Yeah. Very cool. It's more interesting than looking at the month.
Right. And then, we had people complaining.
Yeah,
I don't want to
of
use the word
course.
complain, but we have people complaining about, oh, what happened to the flyers? We like the flyers, right? So I went ahead and made the flyer gallery just to make people happy.
Oh,
The
how nice.
reoccurring ones. The reoccurring ones. Yeah.
And the big conferences coming up. International.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
a peanut gallery, wanting things the way they want it. For district meetings, I told them because there was just so many district events. And so we decided as a committee, because our tech committee meets monthly on Zoom, It's real small, but it's still a committee.
Yeah, we meet every other week on Thursdays.
You do?
Yes.
Well, Brett and I, he's the technician and I'm the chair. We talk all the time. We're like BFFs. So
There are probably members of our tech committee that do meet together, like our chair and then different ones. Like one of our tech guys is he works in Google Workspace every day. That's his life. So I'm sure they chat and all of that.
well, that's a good segue for Brett to start talking, because that's what he's
Okay.
going to start talking about.
I gotta
Yeah,
turn the fan on in here.
Hi, I don't have a lot, but I did want to go over some changes we made in the TSML, which is the 12-step meeting list. Let me share my screen.
You can see my screen, my 4K screen. Brett?
Yeah, I could see it because I'm on 4K.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure if somebody had a smaller resolution, they probably were squinting to read anything on your screen. But
Yeah, I zoomed it in a little bit because I'm just on my laptop, but it looked great anyway.
Yeah,
So,
I went on to I have a TV screen and I plugged into that so I can see.
nice.
Brett, with my old monitor, I couldn't see this.
Well, right now I have it on window. I only picked the window that I have open. I don't have the whole screen showing. That's how I found helped. Can you see it better, Laura, this way? Okay. All right, so we're going to start with the meetings and TSML, which is an awesome plugin.
Who uses it? Anybody?
Does any
Yeah, we use it.
Laura's raising
Area
her
4.
hand.
area
So,
4? Okay. Laura, do you guys use it? Okay. Yeah, I figured most AA websites do. Um, what we found was people would come to our area and they would say, well, we want to see a list of meetings. But we like to give the responsibility as Area 34 to the districts to take care of editing meetings and updating the meetings. So, but people still wanted to be able to see the meetings. So we found a solution with talking with the TSML crew. They do a fantastic job. Um, as long as we do not feed any meetings, we can share the meetings of all the districts. And that's what we have done. These are our meetings, our districts that we share, and it's all we're doing is streaming them. So any changes that they make, we just have to refresh it and the changes will happen. So we're shadowing. I like to call it shadowing their feeds. And to do that, all we have to do is either get their feed from I will go to District 12 and show you what I'm talking about. I gotta, yeah, I'm on the right. So hang on a second. Let me bring it
play
up.
some golf there, huh, Brett?
What's that?
You play some golf, don't you?
Yeah.
He does.
Sorry.
No, I actually played yesterday. My brother and my dad. We had a really good time. Let's see at here.
Oh, you don't have the. Oh, remember, you're only sharing one tab.
Yes, yes. No, I'm
Okay.
sharing the whole window,
When
right?
you're sharing the browser, I see. Okay.
In the browser. I'm sharing the browser. Oh, jeez.
I know, right?
Those darn verification
I
codes.
know it. Where do I want to send it? Text to code.
Looks familiar.
Mhm.
Very
Uh,
stuck with the
Location.
engagement.
they're all going to that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've found it advantageous to set up the Google Authenticator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
I wish I probably should
Not
do.
everybody, not everybody uses Google Authenticator though. Sometimes you have
Yeah.
to do the
You
text or
should do
email
a
code.
presentation on that.
Indeed. Indeed.
Okay, so what a district would do is they would go over to meetings. Where are you at? Meetings, settings,
So you're
and
you're in the district site now or the area?
I'm in the district site.
Which area feeds from?
All
Yes.
right, I see. Area 34, District 12 org. Okay.
But each district has their own website.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the map token. Where I it's been a while. Oh, here it is. Let me get my annotator right here. Feed sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have the meeting guide that is feeding to GSO. And Area 34 is getting fed to that.
Oh, interesting.
Let me take this off.
Interesting.
Hang on a second. Where is the annotator? I'm going to turn that off. Turn that off.
And this is,
I
of
always
course,
find it difficult to clear it.
Yeah,
and
it's
this
more.
is, of course, only if the district is using WordPress.
No,
And only if they're using TSML.
you can use the sheet too. You don't even have to have it. Yeah, this is just to be able to get the code. So right here, I would click on Area 34, and all I have to copy is this URL.
Oh my gosh.
That's it. I only got to copy the URL. That's it. And I
Okay.
take it over to Area 34, create District 12. So that would be here. I would paste that URL in that section. Annotate into this section after I have named the district that I'm going to be feeding. And then click Add Data Source. Boom, boom, you're done. And you are feeding that district.
Interesting. That's pretty cool.
And now, since the update, even people that just have a Google Sheet, that's it, can shit. You don't have to do the what is that called?
It's somehow authentications.
Authentication, but it's called a feed.
Jason.
JSON
RSS,
feed, yeah, the
Jason
JSON.
feed.
You don't have to do that
JSON.
anymore because it's already built in. It does TSML converts it for you. All you got to do is put the URL of that sheet into there. It's awesome,
Snazzy.
huh?
Snazzy.
Snazzy, yeah. Where's the annotate? There it is. Okay, here's the clear. Now I want to clear all. Okay,
Brian has a
now we're
question.
back. What's that?
Brian has a question.
Yes, Brian.
I'm properly raising my hand now. I find all those controls move around so many times. Um, I think I heard you say in the beginning that this is possible only because you are not editing any meetings in the TSML plugin yourself at the area level.
Correct. We
So
are
you
did
can't do both. You
no,
can't use TSML as a meeting editor and use it as a meeting feeder like this.
not at this time.
Got it.
Maybe
I just
in the future, who knows what they're going to come up with, you know?
right.
But
That's interesting.
it makes it more correct, less errors are added if the districts are taking care of their own. You know,
Of
that's
course.
that's a lot of work of an area, especially, I mean, we're a small area compared to a lot of these areas out there. You know, we might be, medium, I don't know, but I mean, like Washington, Chicago, can you imagine that
Mhm.
area? Oh my gosh, or Detroit. But yeah, because
Got a
as you,
hand up, Brett. Got a hand
Topher's
up.
has his
all
hand
right,
up.
go ahead, Topher.
Yeah, yeah. I misspoke earlier when I said Area 4 is using the meeting plugin. It's actually our central offices that are using it. And so we have one central office that covers the whole state of Arkansas. And I think we're a pretty small area. But we have 13 districts. We have two other central offices that are basically kind of their own district, but they kind of cover outside of that. But they feed their meeting list to GSO for, let's say, their district or two, but it's done by the central office. So I think that the main Arkansas central office covers the whole state, feeds from these other central offices the meetings that they're being responsible for. And there was some conflict early on when this all came about. Hearing you explain it, it makes more sense. The question I had though was, if you're on the Area 34 website, can you search for meetings just within one of the districts? So it's
No,
just
we're hoping to
okay.
be able to do that. It's been a couple months that I've contacted the TSML. What's the name of their website? It's not TSML. What is it?
I
Um,
can't remember.
I put it in chat. Where did chat? I can't
So
get the chat from here.
there's a way to do it, but they have to do it when they input the meeting. Otherwise, it doesn't work. They have to input the district, and then you can filter it out by district later, but it
To do
has to
it
be in the JSON first.
in the field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've done it. We've got one that does it by county, so you could even do just for that district, you could search counties because they did it in their feed. Yeah. We also like KCCO. That is a central office that has how many districts in that one, Leslie? You remember? Three?
7, 6, and no, it's just 7 and 6.
Okay, and then Northern Michigan Central Office that has four, I think, four districts. So it was a challenge getting them to let us feed, but it worked out in the end. We still have two districts that we're not shadowing. District 2, which we've gotten a hold of, we might get some input on that soon, and District 8. So we are missing two districts.
3,
What other one?
3.
Oh, three. Oh, okay. So 2, 3, and 8.
Everybody's got that one district.
But I hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did.
And then Laura added,
Thank
that
you.
would be awesome if, we could let the districts know if they put that in their sheets that as a field, then we'd be able to search by district.
Because some of our district websites, we feed down in Area 57 from the Central Service Office and the Intergroup Office. There's one in OKC and one in Tulsa, Oklahoma is 57. And so the Central Service Office and the Intergroup code it as a specific district when they input it. And so the districts can actually just go pull that specific district and pop it on their site for the meeting guide so they don't have to pull the whole area,
Oh,
which
that's
is
nice.
which is really cool. Yeah.
Very nice. That's something we need to look into. Or maybe the next rotating tech and web where people can do it.
Right.
Right, Leslie?
Yeah, sure. They're chomping at the bit to get into our committee.
Oh yeah. All the time. It's a line out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'll move on to the next. It's just real simple. I think this works out really well for us. Let me go to I'm gonna
Could I ask you a quick question here?
yeah.
What's your Google Drive plugin do?
It allows us to have a Dropbox for flyers for one.
Dope.
Yeah, it's awesome. That people don't use it though. Some
I
people,
mean,
I said some do, but we give them the choice that they can do that or send it to us. But yeah, I mean, it's there if they want to use it, and also we use it in some of our galleries.
And if you have a photograph that you want on your page and you want to connect it to a PDF, it'll get, when you say add the photo, it'll give you an option of the Google Drive. So you don't have to go into Google Drive. It'll connect you right to the Google Drive to get that PDF.
so you can essentially use Google storage instead of using your web
Yes.
server storage.
Yes.
Nice. That's what I'm after. Okay.
Pretty
Is
cool.
there a cost for that plugin?
It's
The Google
minimal.
Drive?
It's minimal.
Okay.
Or no, was it free?
I think it's, I don't remember. I don't want to
We can
overspeak.
look it
so-
up. Look it up while I'm doing this, Leslie. Please.
Yes, sir.
Sorry,
I use a
I didn't mean to
I use a
detour you.
professional.
Sorry.
Yeah, I
It's
use
okay.
a paid plugin for that kind of stuff. And I use Dropbox, and so it makes links to folders in Dropbox. I can actually link to a shared Dropbox folder, and you'll see on a web. I can put on the web page basically a folder and file navigation, just like you were in a
Oh,
computer.
sorry about that. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
About what? You're fine.
Pop-up maker.
Pop-up maker. I'll show you what this does. We got it turned off right now because our event just passed, but I want to show you what we had. It's pretty cool. We just had our spring roundup here, and the preview is right here, and it just pops off. I got it delayed. It'll come over and see how it comes over. You can click on the pop-up, and there is your flyer. Like the big events that are coming up, this is what we use it for. And what I love about it is that it's not intrusive. Once somebody hits that close button, you can set it for how many days it will not pop up on that person again. So I set it for 7 days. It won't pop up on that person that viewed it for another 7 days, like a reminder. You got an event coming up. It's really cool. It's free. And like I said, it's not intrusive. And you can put it on any page you want. So you got an events calendar coming, you can put it on the events calendar, have it slide in. You can have it come in wherever you want. And all your triggers, I mean, you'll have to watch some videos on it. I'm still learning. But you have your triggers, time delay on how long before it actually comes into view. I got it for 1,000 seconds, or that's a second, 1,000 milliseconds. So that's a second before it pops in. Click to open. You can set what it's going to go to. Like I said, it's real simple.
And it's
we
connected to your Google Drive. See up at the
Yes.
top, it's connected to your
Yeah.
Google Drive, which costs $30 a year.
$30 a year for
wow.
the drive. Yeah, that's not bad.
Google Pro integrated drive.
And you can do contact forms. We've used it for that. You can do, I mean, there's a lot you can do with it for that price. It's not too bad if your budget allows. Any questions on that?
Does it allow for that pop-up in the phone or the tablet view as well as the website?
It does. Yep. If I bring it up on the phone, it comes right in.
Oh, and that's called pop-up maker.
Pop-up maker. Yes, sir.
Interesting.
And it's free.
I like
You
that.
can upgrade. You can pay for it and get some more stuff, but we use the free version and it works well for us. And that's all I have.
Okay, I guess that was my cue. All right, well now we move on to the question and sharing. If you have a question on a topic you would like to share your own experience on the topic, please raise your hand under reactions, please keep your share to 3 minutes or less, although we're going to be pretty loosey-goosey with all of that today. Yeah, so anybody have any questions for either of the presenters or anybody else for that matter, or any other experience related to any of this that you'd like to share? Barbara?
Probably a very elementary question. I've never accessed a recording. Like for this, how do I access the recording after we're done?
It's in chat. There should be. Where is it?
Tech sharing session?
Yeah, archives. The very first link that I post, tiny URL right there, text sharing sessions. That'll take you to the folder with all past recordings and documents.
Google Drive, Google.
I'm going to repost it just so that you have it at the bottom of the chat. I just reposted it. It's called Tech Sharing
Oh,
Session
thanks.
Archives.
Okay, I see it.
Yep, and bookmark that, and that way, if you're not able to make it, you can get in there and poke around a little bit, all the way back to January of 2024.
Yeah, okay, I see it. All right. Thank you very much.
And if you want to be on our email list, you can send an email to techsharingsessions@gmail.com. I just posted that as well in the chat.
I've seen that.
It's not a very active list, but when we're having a technology sharing session, we make an announcement there. You'll know what the topic is and when it's happening. And of course, when Brett finishes with the video and posts it to the archives, he sends out a notification with the links as well.
I see.
Yeah, just to keep the audio, just for your information, just to keep the audio and the presentation synced, all I do is I take it into Adobe Element or Adobe After Effects. I put black boxes over everybody's faces and bring them back. Anytime there's a screen share, I let that be viewed and then back to black boxes. So makes it a little bit easier. I got a template set up. I can drag the video into it. It just takes a while. It takes me about 3 hours to render because
Really?
it's crazy.
It's so long. It's a long video.
Yeah. And I've got a pretty decent computer. Still takes a while. Thought about trying it on my Mac, see if that'll do it quicker.
Oh boy.
Once you go Mac, you never go back.
Beg to differ.
Not true.
I beg to differ too. I do both.
So not true.
It is for me.
Yeah, my Mac didn't last long. Is there any questions, by the way, on any other plugins that you have a question about? Not that we would have the answer to, but it seems like WordPress plugins is a topic that people are interested in. So if we know what plugins you'd like information about, it would help us create topics for future episodes of TSS.
I'm most interested in how to make my website more interesting because our website is we're currently I just use the block editor, so it's just like a basic HTML page practically, and it kind of sucks. It needs a makeover. So I'm gonna play with that extension too, but
yeah, the Elementor, it's free to try. I mean, you can forever for free, but you just don't have the Pro or Divi. I think Divi's got a free version too, don't they, Brian?
How do you spell that? Divy or
Divi?
Divi.
Divi, I don't believe Divi has a free trial, but I don't believe Divi Elementor has a free forever version.
Yeah,
you have to pay in order to have access to carousels and other cool features like that. But I have a lifetime subscription to Divi, so
awesome.
I use it everywhere.
I don't have it, but it's in the notes. There is a website that you can sign up for and pay a one-time fee if your budget allows. I think it's less than $300 that you can get all the WordPress plugins for free.
Huh.
But you pay almost $300
for free, but for $300.
But yeah, well, you can use it, get all the codes to be able to put it in, and yeah, it's a one-time fee.
Huh. Wow.
It's in
One
our
time fee.
archives, but we don't use enough of them to be able to use it. So, any other questions?
I would love to poke around at that Google Drive if nobody else has any other questions.
Yeah.
I just don't want to
I
take it
kind of
over.
like to talk about the, I don't know if you want to say this for the steering committee, but we need support in our steering committee
Hmm.
and to keep these going.
What did you say the name of that plugin you're using for Google Drive is?
I'm let me share
Google
my screen.
integrated drive.
Yeah, here it is here. How we're using it. Got the main, where's the builder? It's been a while since I've used these modules. Here's a short code builder and add new short code. And here's the different modules: file uploader, media player, download links, embedded documents, slide carousel. And it walks you right through it on what you need and how to connect to it. They call them modules, and you just name what it's going to be, and you grab the short code, and you could use the short code through Elementor. That's how we use it, anyways. So if I go over to, for example, let's go. You see this? It creates once you go in like a file browser. Click on that. Then you go to your source. You'll add the source of where you're getting your files from. You can do filters, allow extensions, advanced. You could do grid list, number of files that's going to be loaded. I mean, there's a lot you can do with this Google
Wow.
Drive plugin. It's pretty cool. If I go back to the dashboard and we'll go to pages. Oh, what was I going to show? Now I lost my train of thought. Hang on a second.
You were going to
Oh,
show how the short code gets entered
yeah.
into Elementor.
Yep. So if I go into the pages, all pages, I'll just go, doesn't matter which one. And I think the free version gives you access to putting in a short code. So I'm in Elementor for that particular page. And that's the Pro. So if I go below the Pro, icon right there, short code. Don't even have to be in the Pro version right here. Can you see it? Short code.
Yep.
So you don't need the Pro version to be able to use the short code from that Google Drive modular builder. I hope that helps.
Can you show in Elementor where you're using a short code currently?
Yeah.
It might be helpful for people to see what a
Yeah.
short code looks like in an Elementor element.
Okay. Go back out.
I'm having trouble finding the Google Drive plugin.
Me too. I haven't been able to find it either.
Okay, I'll show it to you so you see what it's actually called. Let me go back to WordPress.
Did you have to set up anything on your Google Drive side besides just
Yeah,
having
you
like an
have
open share?
you have to open, you have to log in.
Okay.
Where is that?
Because we just
What
got
happens while
a
he's
Google
looking for that,
Workspace set up.
typically what happens while he's looking for that is that in WordPress, in the plugin, it takes you to a page that basically has you sign into your Google account,
Yes.
and that authenticates the plugin into your Google account.
I don't think we had to get an API key either for that.
No, you just authenticate from the Google account. So it looks a little scary because you're like, wait a minute, I'm just giving a WordPress plugin access to my Google Drive. Like it seems a little scary at first, but that's how it authenticates. That's how Google makes sure that that plugin has is authorized to access files in your Google account.
I still can't find it when I'm searching. That's
No, he's going to
strange.
show us the plugin. I couldn't find it either.
Yeah, that's what I figured. You probably have to go find it, download it, and then
Integrate
pop
Google
it in there.
Drive.
Yep, right there.
Oh, file manager for Google Drive. Oh, I found that.
Integrate.
File manager for Google Drive is what
Yep.
it's called. Integrate Google Drive with WordPress. I found it.
File manager.
Did that help?
I found it.
Okay.
I found that when I did a search for plugins in WordPress for Google Drive, it's like the fourth one that comes up for me.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's got a video tutorial on how to get it done.
Mm-hmm. I also noticed it's not compatible with the most recent version of WordPress.
It's not?
Oh no, it hasn't been tested. It's
Oh,
compatible.
okay. All right, let me go back. Leslie, do you remember where you've moved stuff around? I forget where things went. That file uploader, you remember where that's at?
On the events calendar, I
The
think.
events calendar? Okay, I'll take a look. Thanks. So let me bring this
I think it's not.
pages. Oh, that's on my site, or not my site, but District 12, sorry.
Yeah, go to the events calendar and scroll down all the way down.
Found it.
You got it, Laura?
Yeah, finally.
Oh,
Here, I'll drop that link into the chat as well. That way it's there for posterity.
Oh, thank you.
Did you find it, Brad?
yeah.
Take over.
Taken over because Leslie still got the page open, I think.
Well, remember she just left it without saving it. That's why. So left as a draft.
Oh. Okay, so right here is our uploader that we're
Oh, look at
using.
that.
Let me get this out of the way. So
Oh,
if I
wow. So not only that, you have a place on your website where they can upload the files right to your Google Drive.
yes,
Wow.
That's
Drag and drop.
fantastic.
we want their name and email, so this is a must. So we know who it came from.
Right.
And you can say, hey, this doesn't meet the traditions and send it back to them. And you have
Exactly.
somewhere to send it. I get that one a lot with the
So if I go to
flyers for our
editor,
area.
right? If I go to editor, right here is the short code. Right here.
Oh, yeah. I see it.
We did it through contact form. That way we could integrate a have to name, email, subject in the
Got it.
optional message.
So the actual short code
Is
for
from contact forms.
right, and the contact form probably has the short code for the Google Drive.
Correct. Yeah, we had to find a workaround. We wanted to be able to have the names, you know.
No, that's a must. That's actually smart. Yeah.
And we put a max file. I mean, if they can't make a flyer under 9 meg, maybe they need to send it to another designer. But I'll keep my mouth quiet. That's not right to say, but
So we also have like, you know, like people not following traditions on flyers. That's another huge thing. It's like,
Yeah, they put their Venmo on there and their Venmo's their full first and last name. You know,
had an
stuff
event
like that.
that
Yeah.
not too long ago. And then we have a tribal
group.
meeting up here, and it's not AA, but it's AA at the same time. And, you know, we can't affiliate. So
Interesting.
and then sometimes they have a hard time, like, and I try to educate people, it's important that you say who's hosting the event, like District 7 AA, and the location is the Alana House. That's, or wherever. Yeah.
Any
And
other questions, comments, sharing? Okay, let's wrap it up. Is that okay with everybody?
Yep.
Thank you. This has
I-
really been helpful.
I move we
Same.
close. Um,
Second.
all in favor? Okay, so this brings us to the end of our session. I am going to try. I'm going to try. I don't know if I can. I'm going to try. Okay, if you have further questions or ideas and you want to discuss with the AA technology community, please continue the discussion in the technology and AA forum. I'm so glad that we still post this link because I never even knew about the technology and AA forum until I came to a tech sharing session. So that's the link to the TIAA forum if you're not familiar, but you can ask questions and get a lot of support from that community as well. And of course, you're all invited to this year's NAATW, which will be in Cincinnati, Ohio, later this year. Details in the chat. Before we close, here are a couple of closing announcements regarding the technology sharing sessions. As I mentioned before, the presenters, we are a learning group with varying levels of technology experience from beginner to expert. And most of us are not experts though. And because we're a learning group, all of you are eligible to present in future TSSs on the topics you've learned something about in your journey. Uh, and here's the thing. You don't have to be an expert in anything, but if you're using something that solved the problem for you and you think other people would be helped by it, we would love to have it included in a technology sharing session. If it is a big topic, we'll do a single session on it, or maybe it's just one of several topics to get discussed, like several WordPress plugins tonight. We can always find a place to put it. So if you're using technology or if you've stumbled upon or found a technology solution that's solving an AA service problem, we would love to have it included in our TSS. If you haven't already, please fill out the topic survey. That's another way of introducing topics. So if you have ideas that come to you, you can post them here. We'd love to cover, anything that it is that you think would be of interest. We would love to put together a technology sharing session for it. Also, please fill out this feedback on today's session. And tell me I did a terrible job sharing if you want. Just kidding. Don't you dare. And here's a link to the archives yet again. Recording of today's sessions will be added to the archives and emailed out if you're on our mailing list. To be added to technology sharing